Hi guys, Nisi Love Harmon here of What She Creating Enterprises, and today I will be showing you some of the basic things you should know about the Brother XL5340 sewing machine. So let's get started with some of the basic functions. Okay, let's start at the top here. This is a compartment that you use when it is time to thread your bobbin. So here is a round bobbin, and so I will take my thread and put it here and click it. So that is first. This holds a spool of thread, and the way you get the spool to come up is you gently pull it up, and then it holds your thread. It holds your thread in place like so. This is the handle for when you are trying to hold the machine and take it wherever you need to take it. As I move over here, this is a guide for when it's time to thread the bobbin. And this is the guide for basic threading of the machine. You will use this compartment when you are threading the machine in its basic function. This circular thing is used when threading, so you will wrap your thread around here and then it will wrap to the bobbin. So I will do that in other tutorials. I'll show you how to use that. This is the needle tension. If you have tension issues, then you would change it here. You usually leave it between 3 and 4, but it looks like this machine you would put it on a 5 because this 5 is circled, and usually that is a indicator from the manufacturer that it needs to be on that number for standard sewing purposes. So if I turn the machine, this is the on-off switch, and then this is where the power cord goes. So it goes in here. And then this is the manual hand wheel. And as I turn this hand wheel, you will see that the needle goes up and down. So you need that when sewing. If we look at this panel here, we have the stitch width dial. And so what this does is you can have a straight stitch, or you can go all the way up to a large zigzag stitch just by turning this button, okay? So 0 through 5. L, M, and R has to do with the position of the needle. So you can do on the left, you can start the needle on the left side, the middle, which is M, and the R, which is right. So that is the indicator there of your needle position also. All right, if you look here, this is how you can set your stitch type. Now this machine, it has 11 types of regular stitches, and it has 11 type of stretch stitches. Okay, so some of these stitches include the one which is the buttonhole. You can do the straight stitch, zigzag, and then on the stretch stitch you can do more of like an interlocking stitch and other types of stitches depending on what you're trying to do. So what you would do is you would turn this based on the stitch function that you are trying to do. If you want to do a stretch stitch, you turn this dial to SS, and then you would use the 13 through 21 dial. So if I wanted to be on 17, then I would, I guess, put it here. All right, this dial, you would need a flathead screwdriver, but you can make your stitches fine or larger. It just depends on what you're doing and why you're doing that. Sometimes you may use that with buttonholes or something like that. So it just depends on what you're doing. This is stitch length. So you can make your stitch extremely small or tight, and you can make it extremely loose like a base, or you can do a straight stitch. So you do that by turning this dial from usually 0 to 4, and that is how you use that. This is the reverse stitch. So if you want to do a back stitch, then you hold this button down. I did not show you this, but here is the foot pedal, and this is where you put your foot so that you can start your sewing experience. Now, if you look here, there are numbers here and numbers here and there, and those are your thread guides. It shows you how to kind of thread the machine, just in case you forget, or you can check out one of my videos and I'll show you how to thread the machine also. So just a little plug there. Let's go here. This is the sewing needle, and this screw here detaches, or it makes it easy to detach and reinsert the sewing machine needle. This is the presser foot holder. If you want to take this off, all you do is unscrew here. If you want to release the presser foot, there is a lever in the back here. So I'm pushing this lever here, and you see it takes the presser foot off. And if I want to put it back on, then I just lift the presser foot lever down. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so let me turn this to the side so that you can see the presser foot lever. This is the mechanism that I was using to release the presser foot. If I want to let the presser foot go up and down, make it go up and down, then I would use this lever in the back here to make, let me reattach it. So I will use this lever to make it go up and down. And then if I want to change my feet, I will use this lever here. On the back, you have your basic information as far as light bulb and different serial numbers and things like that. If you look here, this is the thread cutter. So if you want to cut your thread without scissors, then what you'll do is take your thread and bam, you just cut your thread using the sewing machine. This is the extension box, so you can take that off if you need a smaller area for sewing. And you know, this extension box holds lots of goodies, so you may have additional feet, different types of presser foots in your extension box, or buttonhole foots, whatever. So that's a great place to keep them so you don't lose them. Let's open this. This is the bobbin case, and then you have this is where you store your bobbin here, and then you have your bobbin case holder, and then the inner workings of the machine. This is called the needle plate, and if you look closely at the needle plate, it has different, well, these lines here are markings. This is usually 3/8. That may be 4/8, and I think that's 5/8 of an inch. So you may use those those guidelines when you are sewing. And then under here, these are called the feed dogs, and this is what moves your fabric along easily. So you have to make sure that you keep these clean and free of lint by cleaning your machine. So another shameless plug, but check out my how to clean your Brother XL5340 machine. I'll show you how to clean that also. Okay, so this here is the automatic threader. So this machine will actually thread the needle for you, just in case you have an issue with threading the needle. Now, the last but not least, I'm going to pull this down. This is, you use this lever for when you're doing your automatic buttonhole function. This machine does have an automatic buttonhole, and you can do that. So this is the lever that you would use as a guide when doing the automatic buttonhole function in this machine. Thank you for watching this tutorial on the different stitch functions, and as well as the basic functions of the Brother XL5340 sewing machine. Leave us a comment, follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Subscribe to our page, like our page. Let us know what you think of our videos. Give us some great comments and video ideas. So thanks for watching, and happy sewing.